Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Kneon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're gonna talk about the Chronicles of Narnia. You know, the beloved Christian allegory fantasy series that they did movies before, and they got through the first like 3 or 4, and then they just kind of gave it up. Mm-hmm. Well, now they're gonna reboot it with Greta Gerwig from Barbie, and they're gonna make it rock and roll.
This is the weirdest thing I think I've read today. I was just like, wait, what? People are all like, wait, what?
I am really starting to think. So we've been talking a lot about AI lately because, you know, it's when you're dealing with Hollywood and creativity, you're talking about AI. I'm sitting here thinking, like, did they just like throw a bunch of buzzwords into an AI and say, here, come up with a pitch for us? Well, let's reboot the Chronicles of Narnia with Greta Gerwig from Barbie and make it about rock and roll.
Right, because when you read those books, that's exactly what you think of as rock and roll.
Is it going to be a musical?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
It's nothing I can think of. I mean...
Okay, so what?
Oh, because, what? Wicked? Wicked did good, so let's do a musical for Narnia?
For Narnia.
I can't.
Oh my God. Okay, so let's talk about this. Before we get into any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to clownfishminds.com. Check out our merch. Check out our Plus Club. You get some exclusive content out there. It's also mirrored on Locals, clownfishtv.locals.com. Thank you for the support.
Yep.
Yeah, this is weird. So this was announced yesterday. Greta Gerwig's Chronicles of Narnia starts filming in July. It's a very new take. It's all about rock and roll. It's all about rock and roll.
No, this reminds me of the time I think it was She-Ra originally when they were going to reboot it the first time.
Oh my God!
They were going to turn him into like a girl rock band, and we were like,
Jem, basically, Jem and
yeah,
She-Ra
we were like,
together.
Thank God they didn't do that, and then we got what we got, and I was like, well, maybe the band would have been better. I don't know.
It was still a Tumblr fanfic, but yeah.
I was just like, wait, what? And that's why I was like this. Wait, what?
Now, my understanding, because I went out and I'm like, okay, why the hell would you put Greta Gerwig in charge of a Christian allegory? Apparently, she grew up in a Christian household. Now, that does not mean that she herself
I don't think
Christian.
You need to be to direct a film, you know. But
yeah, and apparently, now this was last year.
Are the women in the book going to lecture the men about feminism and?
Absolutely. So
and at the end, the lesson is instead of like everybody's equal, it's just that men,
men suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. So in the books, if my memory serves me correctly, because it's been a long time, I read them back in like 4th, 5th grade. But Susan, the oldest daughter, the oldest child, she eventually basically it's an allegory for her giving up on Christianity, and she becomes a whore. No, not literally, but she's all like, puts lipstick on, which back in the day was basically.
I'm sorry. Okay, you gotta tell the story now because that just made me laugh so hard about your grandma.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, because that's why I started laughing when you said because she's a whore because she put lipstick on, and I had to laugh because. Tell the story.
The story when I was very young, I was like 3 or 4 years old. So. I asked my grandmother, who was getting ready for work at the time, and she did work a lot. I said, hey.
By work, we mean actual work.
Actual work,
She worked like in an office. It's all good.
She worked in an office building, yeah. I said, hey, Grandma, so what's a whore? And she just kind of blinked and looked at me and didn't know how to answer because I was very little. And she's like, it's a woman who wears too much makeup. So then next time she got ready and I was at her house and she got ready, I said, hi, whore, because she's putting on makeup. Yeah.
She wasn't happy.
I also had a stuffed unicorn I got out of a crane machine and I wanted to name it Horny. And she just wouldn't let me name it Horny. And
no, but when you said because the lipstick and she's a whore because she puts lipstick on, I had to laugh because I was like, oh, that's all I thought of. Anyway,
so Susan,
I had to explain why I was laughing.
Susan turns into a dirty whore at the end of the book
because she wears lipstick.
Yeah,
shows an ankle too.
Basically, the whole thing is like, yeah, she doesn't get saved because she doesn't care about Jesus / Aslan anymore because she's more preoccupied with being a pretty flirt. And all that. So that's a whole problem for feminists is like, oh my God, Susan like doesn't get to go to, Aslan heaven because she's kind of a dirty whore. And so I'm like,
she wears lipstick.
Because she wears lipstick. So now we've got Greta Gerwig who did the Barbie movie, and I'm like, okay. So did they bring her in to solve the Susan problem? To make Susan the most important character in all of Narnia? I don't know. But not my first try. I literally can think of about 38 directors that, including Rian Johnson, that I would have called before calling Greta Gerwig.
Well, people were commenting to do this, and I did know this because I remember talking about it before. But yeah, she's one of the writers on the Snow White film.
Yes,
shocker there.
We're gonna turn that into a feminist manifesto too. I'm just like, what are you doing? So this is coming. We'll go to Kotaku. Barbie, and look, they're gonna be thrilled about this. Like the left wing media is gonna be thrilled about this. They're gonna be like, finally, a deconstruction of Christianity. It's about time. We have to take that. Narnia is problematic. Kotaku, Barbie directors, Narnia movie will be all about rock and roll.
I just can't get over this.
This is not rap. At least not like Hamilton.
A Turkish Delight's going to be something else, like drugs or something, like pot brownies. It's going to be an orgy.
Turkish Delight. Oh my god.
I think pot brownies.
I really need some more Turkish Delight.
Pot brownies probably taste better. Anyway, Turkish Delight is not good.
I've never had Turkish Delight. I don't even know what the hell it was. I was just like, I know that it was a big plot point in the book. I was like, why is this kid hooked on this Turkish Delight?
Like I said, it'd be pot brownies. Anyway, continue.
Narnia has been done. First as BBC movies. Yeah, they are actually more faithful, but the budget was lacking. And then they said they were the Hollywood blockbusters amid the Harry Potter fueled YA fiction adaptation gold rush, including, we talked about His Dark Materials yesterday, and they tried doing that too, and it didn't work very well. But they only got like three or four movies into it. So Greta Gerwig, the director behind last year's mega hit Barbie, is working on Narnia adaptations for Netflix. But thanks to an interview with the project's producer, Amy Pascal. Yeah, so it's for Netflix too.
Mm-hmm.
So Greta Gerwig for Netflix adapting one of the most beloved Christian pieces of Christian literature ever. I'm sure everything is going to be just great.
Everything's going to be race swapped too.
Oh my God. Yeah, it is.
But ironically, we have a bit more color on what exactly this will consist of. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot more color in it.
I think this is like Harry Potter, yeah. The first of the movies will begin filming in 2025, and it's going to be a very new take on Narnia.
No kidding.
It's all about rock and roll.
I'm like, is she kidding?
I don't think she's kidding.
And that's the thing. It's like, what the flip? That was your go-to?
I think they're going to make it a musical. Because, they're going to be like, what can we do with Narnia? Because, let's be honest. For the uninitiated, it's kind of a slow burn. The Narnia books are kind of they were very much a product of their time. They still hold up, sure. But I don't see today's kids really being into it too much. I know
they bring up Wicked down below, too. Because if Wicked's any indication, it's like, yeah, but it was a well-known, established Broadway show, They're like anybody who's acquainted with, or for anyone unacquainted with the books. Yeah, Narnia is a fantastical world children can occasionally access where time moves differently. Everything's replaced with magic, and it's a Jesus allegory. There is no rock and roll or even music, and now we're going to rock it up.
Susan gyrated to the rock and roll music, and now she's going to hell.
Oh my God! Look compared to I'm Just Ken. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for you to make some smart-ass comment, but you're not.
I don't.
You can't even think of anything smart. It's funnier than this whole idea that they're going to make it a rock and roll musical or whatever.
We had Jesus Christ Superstar. We had Godspell. I guess I'm just like, Greta Gerwig, really? We're going to go there? We're going to let her do it? Maybe it'll actually be okay. I don't know.
Doubt it.
I don't know. I just know that it's like, this is like everything that should, like, any fan of this that's a Christian should be very apprehensive and just be like, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense.
I think any fan of it in general, Christian or otherwise, should be apprehensive because they're going to take the books and they're going to turn them into a musical probably or something with rock and roll. It's not even a musical. It's rock and roll.
I can't wait for Rap Tolkien. That would actually
Tolkien. Oh my God.
I'm at a point now where I'm like, you know what? Let's just let's just ruin everything. Let's just make everything as ridiculous and laughable as possible because none of it matters anymore.
That's true. At least you can laugh at it.
People were making comments. We did the Harry Potter casting video yesterday, and they're like, "No,
funny.
just lean on it. Make it as serious as
go all in on that.
Just go all in.
That would be hilarious.
Make the casting choices so ridiculous, right? But then play it straight. So it's just this like piece of comedy gold. Like, remember that HBO Harry Potter reboot where
they Monty Pythoned it.
They Monty Pythoned it.
I'm just like, you know what? The world needs more laughter anyway. So
I don't know. This could be a freaking disaster. So are they gonna have drag queens in it? They probably will. Are they gonna have drag queens in Narnia?
I don't know. That's a very weird way to,
well, if they go on glam rock, I mean, we could have
okay, glam rock would be funny.
The witch, like she could be a drag queen, and it could be like David Bowie-esque.
It sounds more and more like it was made in the 60s or 70s. You know,
just lean into it, man. Just like, I mean, if you're gonna do it, and people
go all in,
just go all in.
Don't do it half-assed.
Please, just make it the most ridiculous effing thing ever because I'm over being angry about it. I really am. I'm like, you know what? I can just kind of like facepalm, but if you're gonna do it, give us a fucking show. That's all. Just give us a show, man. Just put, it's all entertainment, right? So just give us the best damn show. Springtime for Hitler everywhere. That's all I'm saying. I don't even know what to say to this.
Springtime for Susan and Aslan.
Springtime for Susan and her girlfriend. Yeah.
With her lipstick. She's a slut. I'm sorry.
Susan's a dirty girl. Oh my God, they're gonna make it all about her. Such a dirty girl. You're going to hell, Susan. Susan goes to hell. They'll just rename all the books, and that'll be the last book. Susan Goes to Hell. Are we gonna wrap it up?
Yeah.
Let's wrap it up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.